We live.
We live, y'all. What's up, guys? I know we said 7 o'clock, but this is what happens when you are new to this schnitz.
Okay. Here we go. We going live. Okay.
Hey, guys. What's going on? So, yeah, I know we said 7 o'clock, but this is what happens when you're new to this podcast.
And it's only the second episode, okay?
Absolutely.
So this is Opinions.
Yes. And we want to introduce ourselves. I am Ebony Njcole.
Elisa Matisah.
And this is Opinions.
Yes, second episode. And I'm so excited.
Yes, we're super excited. We just want to thank all of our subscribers that subscribe to our YouTube channel, who came to the page to view. You guys rock, yo. We think, you guys.
I appreciate it because this is only like first of all, we only have one episode up, and this is like our third week.
Absolutely.
But this is basically, we only have one episode up, but this is our third week, like planning and stuff like that.
Right.
But I think we're doing awesome for 140 subscribers.
Come on,
and the majority of them we don't even know.
We don't even know.
We don't even know, so I appreciate all you guys. We appreciate you guys. Support matters. Streaming matters. Watching it, our views, like we got to bring it up. And we can monetize. And let us know, because subscribe to us, hit that notification button, and we'll definitely do the same for you.
So I just want to mention this, though. I was telling my girl, like, we see all of these subscribers. Oh, wow, we have 141. And half of the people we really don't even know. So we like, hold on, like, where our peoples at? Our peoples. So that, I'm just saying this to say that when you have businesses or anything that you're doing, support your friends. Support the people that you F with. You know what I'm saying? It means
absolutely makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Like when you put up a post, and I don't want anybody to take it personal, because I feel like in love and hip hop, when it's like, I think Juju wrote a book and she was like, wasn't really directed it to anybody.
Right.
But then people took it personal.
Right.
So I don't want anybody to take it personal, because I'm not specifically talking about anybody, but I guess I am, because I do see it a lot, but I'm not specifically talking about one person. But I feel like a lot of times, like say for instance for today, we put up our post that we going live today. At 7 o'clock, I feel like I probably shouldn't take it personal, but I feel like we should have got way more likes.
Right.
Because the people that weren't liking our things, I'm sorry, I was scrolling past Cardi B.
Oh.
Tiana Taylor.
Talk it.
Who else? I swear to God, it was Fabulous.
Talk it.
Breakfast Club. All of those.
Yeah.
Why did I see a lot? It shows you the first people. It's not even like I was investigating,
right?
But it always shows the first people who like it.
We saying,
and it was like the same. Like how you don't see? Okay, I know I gotta leave it alone because I can definitely
support the people that you fuck with. Support the people that you love. It's not hard to like, share. It's not. And I'm saying this because I support. Period. If you got something going on, or if you got a business, or if you selling something, I'm always supporting. So we just saying that to say it's super dope when we support each other.
And we give it back. Like if you subscribe to us, definitely we subscribe to you.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. We got some. Did you look to see the crazy subscribers that we have? We have kids in Kool-Aid challenges.
Really?
Who can race the fastest?
Really?
But it's just that we trying to give back the support that you don't give to us. So just want to say we appreciate you guys, and we definitely give back too.
We love you, we heart you, and all that good stuff. And we ready for this ride, this journey.
Okay, so let's get into our weekend. How was your weekend?
Absolutely. So my weekend was pretty cool. I was in Atlanta with my sister, Sherelle, and she celebrated her birthday. So we did a few things for the weekend. We went to the movies. We seen Bad Boys.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part.
Yeah. We went to the movies. We seen Bad Boys.
What do you think about Bad Boys?
That movie was so good.
Do you think I need to see part 1? Is that a part 2 or something, or what?
Hold on. You ain't see part 1?
No, but I didn't. But do you need to see a part 2?
I mean, you don't have to.
Can I see that part?
You don't have to see
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I know. I gotta catch up.
Who are you?
I know. My movie game is terrible.
The movie was super, super funny from the beginning to the end. I mean, it was super dope. I can't say nothing bad about it. The week, I think they made 73 million the first weekend.
Oh wow!
So they did pretty good. We were laughing. My sister, my niece, my brother-in-law, we all were in there just cracking up. It was super dope. And then I also went to. I know what some of you guys seen our stories. This weekend, me and my sister for her birthday, we went to get a V steaming.
What's a V steaming?
Steaming.
Vaginal.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Let me just tell you guys, I did not ask her any questions. We spoke on the phone and I was like, I do not want to even know about it. I want to wait till we get live on air so I can ask the questions that I've been wanting to ask. Okay, so.
Talk to me. What's your questions? Or do you want me to tell you?
Okay, the visual. You walking in.
Okay.
You open the door. What is the smell?
It smelled like as if you were going to a spa. You know what I'm saying? Like
did you see women sitting around? Did you see people sitting on?
I didn't see too many women because we had our own private room. I didn't want to see.
Oh, so when you walk in, you don't see. I'm thinking like you see people on the toilet bowl thing.
No, some places you do, but the place we went to, it was more private. It was a more private setting. So me and my sister had our own private room. And we kind of like, you got undressed and you put on.
I just want to make some announcement. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't know if anybody's communicating us with a live chat.
Somebody
just still new. I don't see
we're live and clear.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. But I'm saying, people might be communicating with us, like going back and forth. But I'm scared that if I touch anything, it might go away. So we can't see the live chat or anything.
I know.
But we'll see it afterwards.
Yeah, we're going to get it together.
I know. We still know. Okay, go on. Okay, so you go in.
Yeah, so we
go into the vaginal steam.
Yes, our private room. And we have like this, it's like a little seat. And under that seat, you have this like bowl with like stones and I guess aromatherapy things that they put in. And it's like steam. So you see the steam coming up. And we sit on it. You butt naked and you sit on it.
But you got a robe on.
Yes, we have a robe on.
Did you see any men there?
No. No men.
Listen, I read up when I was reading up about it. It said that men need it for their balls and schmegma. I swear to God, I'm not.
No,
with schmegma.
Explain to the viewers what is schmegma. What is that? The ass.
You know what that? No,
I really don't.
Have you ever dealt with uncircumcised men?
I have.
Okay, dismiss this. I know. When you uncircumcised,
right?
It's a buildup of it's like a cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese. Okay.
You trying to act like you ain't never heard of that shit? Like, stop. Anyway, it's a buildup, but it's like inevitable. Like, you gotta keep cleaning. First of all, when you're not circumcised, you're gonna have to clean more.
Right.
So I'm just wondering if the steaming is for men too, because they need help down there too.
Well, I did ask the lady who brought us in, and she said usually they get steaming for the buttocks.
Oh,
not
okay.
Really,
that's what I was thinking.
Really
is it for the balls and okay?
Yeah,
okay.
Not really the balls, penis.
Okay.
It's the back. So yeah. So we went in, we put on our robes, we sat, and so we was like, because when that steam.
But is it a blast? Is it like a real pressure?
It's not a pressure. It's not like a heart, but you feel the steam going up to the vagina. You feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to go, I wanted to feel it. So I was like, opens up, and it was good. It was good. It was a dope experience. Me and my sister in there drinking tea and cracking up. But the benefits are really good. I know a lot of people go in once a week really to get a cleanse of the vagina. But she was telling me once a week. Some do it once a week, and some people do once a month. I guess it's to your description. But it helps reduce menstrual pains. Like if you get your menstrual and you have bad pains, it helps with that. It helps with chronic yeast and vaginal yeast infections.
Mm-hmm.
Scarring, if you had a C-section, she said it's super dope for that. It's really good. It reduces clotting and heavy bleeding if you have a heavy menstrual period when you have it. But my main thing was I wanted my walls tightened up.
Okay.
Not that I have been doing nothing crazy, because no, I'm really not. But really that, and I really wanted to just do a detox of the vagina. They also help with odors. Like if you have like a strong odor, why are you laughing?
No.
It helps with the odor. Just bring it back.
No, but this could be helpful for men
Absolutely.
too, to like give their girl a gift certificate or something.
Absolutely, I think
Like
it's
for
super
Valentine's.
dope.
Valentine's Day's coming.
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah.
So it was dope. I mean, I encouraged all the women out there to go get.
So you were by
vaginal
yourself?
detox.
Because let me just tell you guys, when I saw the picture that she posted up on Instagram on our Opinions page, there was a bucket next to the bowl.
Uh-huh.
So the bucket was a little scary. Like, I don't know.
Right. She asked me, what was y'all doing?
What
with
was
the
the bucket for? Like,
taking
are you
a
just
shit?
trying to take a dump? Like, no, but tell us what the bucket is for.
The bucket is with a stone, and that's where the steam is coming from.
No, but the bucket was on the side of the toilet.
Oh no, that bucket was like after you finish with your gown and all that other. You put that.
Oh, so
in
you
that
playing.
bucket.
When I asked you, you was
No.
like, it's for shitting.
I was playing.
I was like, that
playing
is
with you.
disgusting. Okay, all right. Okay.
So yeah, and she also said that it released emotional pain and trauma and negative energy that's trapped in your vagina. So
Okay.
say you've been sleeping with a whole bunch of men that you want to just get them demons out. It clears. It clears all that, so you could get fresh for your next
Okay.
meeting.
So let me ask you a question. Did you test it out afterwards? Like, after you got the vaginal, it's steaming, it's tightened.
I'm actually.
Oh shit!
no.
You didn't test it out.
I'm actually celibate. Thank you. No, I haven't. But yeah, but so no, I encourage you ladies to go out. Everybody was in my stories like, how was it? You know, did it tighten your walls
You
up?
gotta tell them to tune in.
I don't know, but
Oh yeah. Oh damn.
I
you
did
didn't
feel
know.
a freshness. I did feel detox. It felt
Okay.
good. It felt nice.
You had a little pep in your step.
Yeah, I had like I was like, hey. I was ready, hey. But it was good. So yeah, so that was my weekend. I had a good weekend with my family, and I spent time with my nieces and my niece's son. So it was super dope. My brother and his kids. It was good. How was your weekend, Eve?
My weekend was good. What I did on Friday, I feel like, because you know the snowstorm came here. You wasn't here for the snowstorm.
Thank God.
Good thing, but it wasn't like that heavy and it didn't stick. But so the first day I went, I want to give a shout out to Best Buy. Let me tell you something. This camera that y'all looking on, like you looking at us right now, I bought this camera from Best Buy on Friday. Okay, so I went to Best Buy. Shout out to Omar. You better be watching Omar from Best Buy. So I go into Best Buy right after work. So I'm like, listen, Omar, I need a cord, because I had a junky camera that I just bought from Amazon. It had a cord to it or whatever. So I was like, no, it didn't have a cord. That was what I was there for. So I asked him, I was like, listen, I need a cord for this camera.
Right.
Omar gonna look at me talking about, how much did you pay for that? So I was like, I didn't want to tell him. Don't be trying to hate on my camera.
Right.
So anyway,
trying to get business.
long story short, I walked out with this camera for a couple of $100 when I walked in looking for a $5 cord. So Best Buy, Omar, you got a good one on your hands. And let me tell you, I couldn't get it up and running. Omar, I called Best Buy afterwards. Omar met me 2 days later to hook up my camera to get it up and running, because I was about to bring it back. Okay, so Omar, shout out to him. He's my little homie now.
Appreciate you, Omar.
Best Buy, y'all number one, and Sony, because he works for Sony, but in Best Buy. So that's what I did Friday, Saturday.
Somebody said we should get Best Buy sponsors. I know that's right.
That's what I was thinking, because let me tell you something. I'm giving a shout out to Best Buy, but I really did have a good experience.
Yeah.
So
good stuff. Come on, Best Buy.
okay, yeah. So wait,
Holla at us, Best Buy.
Okay, so what I did the day after, that's when Omar came. He put it up and running. He's good. He better be watching, because I told him I would support him. He gonna support me. And on Monday, it was totally a feng shui mental health day.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it. What I did was, I've been wanting to do this for like months. What I did was I lit some candles. Okay. I took a bath.
Nice.
And I got like this diffuser. My usual diffuser that I make the room to smell good. I don't even use it for like mental health or anything, but it's a diffuser. So I bought like this oil from Amazon way months ago, and it's like, I forgot how you pronounce it, Alipolicus, something like that. But anyway, it's like a de-stressor. It's supposed to get the endorphins running or whatever. So I put that in a diffuser. I got in the bath and I listened to like meditation music.
Do your spa thing.
And let me tell you something. It was like it was so good because I feel like you gotta take like some mental health days for yourself, like no matter what.
Absolutely.
Because just living alone, like you are not. I know, like right now, I feel like this is like the most stress-free that I've ever been, where it's not like a lot going on. Right. I got tenants, I got this, I got that. Like it's so cool and like just like equal right now where I don't got no issues.
You at peace.
But I just feel like you still need to take that me time.
Yes.
And I can't go on vacations 24 hours a day, unfortunately. Like I can't be living in the Caribbean on a beach.
Right.
So I just think like taking a little sliver of a time just for yourself is a big deal because it can make a difference in like how you cope with other things.
I encourage ladies to go out self-care. Like I try to do the spa thing maybe twice a month. Go get a massage and all that good stuff. It's important. Go get your nails done, get your toes done. Like that's so important, especially for the woman that's out there that's so busy working.
And then you know, like now on a job that you can call out. Like you don't have to call out sick. Like you can call out, even though I'm not a jerk like that. But you could call out because remember Paul? He might be watching because I don't like Paul. I used to work with him. But he used to piss me off. But remember, he used to call out and be like, listen, I'm taking a mental health day. I'm calling out.
Really?
Goodbye.
I never even heard of mental health day.
You can take a mental health day, like, because that prevents, you don't want an employee coming on a job shooting up the place.
Yes.
So I would rather an employee stay. Yes, you can take a mental, you can call out, but you're not going to want to be a jerk.
Is that your sick day?
It's considered a sick day. Like, you don't have to call in and be like, listen, I got a stomach ache. You can just be like, listen, I got a mental health day. You don't have to even give an explanation, but I just feel like you can look up the law. It's in the New York State Department of Labor. Yeah, you can absolutely call up and call out for a mental health day because they do not want me coming up to the job going postal. Okay, it's a preventative measure.
Right. That's good information because I sure ain't listen. So
but
what else you do?
Of mental health, but that was it. That was like my ending. That was Martin Luther King's birthday of me just relaxation and Martin Luther King. I love him, so I was kind of like just getting in the moment. I'm gonna buy his book too. Not his book, but his attorney wrote a book about him because they feel like it was a conspiracy. Anyway, we're gonna have to talk about that another day.
Did you visit? You don't want to tell us your visit after that?
Oh yeah, you see. This is why I need to take notes. See,
absolutely.
You good?
Absolutely, I'm on it.
Okay, yes. I went to get my physical on Saturday.
This is so important, ladies.
Over that right before
this is so important, ladies.
Before the snowstorm came, I had a physical, and I was getting. This was a follow up to the blood test in the lab that they already took. Right. And so this one was basically I go and get the results of the lab test, and they take a scan of my heart and stuff like that. Yeah. So basically, like everything came out clean bill of health.
Good stuff.
Like my thyroid, white blood cells, everything was copacetic. The only thing that wasn't was my weight. But it's so funny that people say, "Oh my God, if you fat or whatever, like your health will be so terrible." I mean, my health is still good. Everything, my heart, my cholesterol, everything is running fabulous. But I am overweight at the end of the day. Like, I love it. Like, I'm thick. My thighs are thick. My waist is small. Like, it's great. But at the end of the day, as you get older, even though it doesn't show on my cholesterol, like, it's still bad for your bones. Like, as you get older, your bones are getting older. Like, you don't want that extra meat on your bones. Absolutely. So, I absolutely need to lose weight. Like,
so
that's
did
what
he
I got.
suggest, like how much weight?
No, I was scared to even ask her because usually it's a new doctor that's there, and she wasn't as thorough as the other doctor because the other doctor would have absolutely told me like, listen, from the last time you was here, you gained weight. Like, stop playing. But she didn't even touch on it. She was just like, everything's great. Your sugar's great. This is great. This is great. This is great. She didn't even, and I didn't want to ask her because I didn't want to push myself into that like mental state. Right. Because I know how I can get, but I knew, like, I already know because it's so funny that night before I decided to get on the scale, and I haven't gotten on the scale in mad long. I'm like in denial. Right. Like, I know I gained weight. Everything's fitting differently. Right. But I didn't want to get on the scale. Right. So I already knew once I got in there, I was like, oh my God. But I didn't ask her. She didn't mention my weight. She didn't check and she didn't compare it for the year before when I did my physical, which she should have, because the other doctor absolutely compares like, oh, okay, you lost this amount of weight from last year. She didn't do that. But I knew within myself, and I didn't want that validation, but I knew once I finished out of there, while I started exercising, I got my resistance bands. I was doing it with my resistance bands, sweating.
But you're so good. You're so good. Like when you put your mind to it, when you get on your losing weight and eating right, you be on it. And it's super important that we just stay focused on eating right and try to exercise. Even if we don't go to the gym though, walk. Like when I go places, I don't take the elevator. I walk up and down the stairs. Like you don't have to spend money on gyms. You know what I'm saying? Walk in the park. Go walk your dog. Go with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Go take a walk. Like I stay walking, and it's super important to watch your weight. Like you said, as we get older, that joint.
I feel like as I'm getting older though, and I think it's my job that has a cafeteria 24 hours a day. Matter of fact, I didn't heat up the hors d'oeuvres for us, and I got my cafeteria. Why I bought
with the hors d'oeuvres?
I bought hors d'oeuvres for us because I know she be complaining how my refrigerator be empty because I don't be having food in my refrigerator.
I said get some healthy. Where's the fruits?
No,
where the carrots?
I got wings.
This
is why I need to wings, mozzarella sticks.
That's why God reminded us to put that stuff out because He know it ain't good for us.
I know,
but we gonna get it together. I told her we got too much stuff to do. We got too much things to accomplish, so we gonna get on it. We gonna start working out. We gonna start eating right. We gonna be good.
I'm gonna get it together, and you guys gotta hold me accountable. That's why I'm actually bringing it up right now.
Right.
So speaking about weight, mental health, like we gotta get into our next topic, which is I want to talk about Aaron Hernandez.
Yes, that's the big
and
talk.
How do you pronounce his name? West.
Deontay.
Yes.
Deontay.
I wrote a little note. Yes, Delonte West.
Where do you
start?
I
know. I feel like it's so much to unpack.
Right. Well, Aaron Hernandez.
But I definitely think it has a lot to do with mental health and coping mechanisms and stuff like that. That can lead. This is why I say with the feng shui, the mental health days.
Yeah.
You really have to take time.
Absolutely.
To evaluate like life and figure out ways to cope with life.
Right.
Like it all makes a difference.
Right. And I was just telling my girl the other day. I was like, people think mental health is like, you gotta be crazy or in a cycle and a mental home. No, it doesn't have nothing to do with that. It could be stress. You know what I'm saying? It could be like everyday life. It's different levels of it. And so when I say, when you see your strong friend, I was telling E, when you see check on your strong friend. You never know what somebody's going through. You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, I'm gonna be honest. I'm very private. And I don't talk too much about my private life or things that I'm going through, because I feel like I'm superwoman. I could it'll be all right.
I'm the same way.
But I think we should allow ourselves to open up to the people we trust. Maybe talk to, like my sister Sherelle. She always encouraged me to go see a therapist. It's okay. Like speak to somebody.
That's the truth.
You ain't crazy if you go speak to somebody and open up, because I don't open up to my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I should. And so I'm really thinking about, going to speak to somebody with the losses that I had in my life and just different things like that. But I think it's so important, just like you said with Aaron Hernandez.
Because I think even if you don't go to get that taken care of, like it can be like I accidentally step on your foot.
Absolutely.
And you explode on me.
You ready
like,
to get the gun.
What the fuck? Like,
exactly.
What's wrong with you?
Like you trigger faster than the norm.
And I definitely think that's how it was with Aaron Hernandez, for example.
Yes. So with him growing up, I read a little bit of him and I watched the documentary. If any of you guys out there watched the documentary, growing up as a young kid, he was in this home where he seen his mom and his dad always arguing, fighting. You know what I'm saying? So he only seen his family being like destructive,
like combative, and like always arguing,
right? Nothing stable in the home. And as he went, I think high school, he started in the league, and they knew
he actually started from 8 years old.
Really?
Yeah, 8. From when I was looking it up, I was like, I wanted to know because somebody was arguing with me today.
I ain't gonna say
about
name.
The CTE is set in, but I did look it up and I watched. I told you I watched like this Netflix documentary, this is like mainstream, I guess, because everybody's into Netflix, but I'm a hardcore ID channel watcher,
right.
A&E watcher. I love, unfortunately, I don't know why. I don't know if I was like a serial killer in another lifetime. I don't know, but I love watching like a lot of the ID channel, A&E, and all of that, because they had a few Aaron Hernandez documentaries. The Netflix one wasn't the first one.
I didn't know that.
They have one on A&E. They have one on ID channel.
Oh, really?
Beside the Netflix one.
Right.
So, one of them talked about how he's been playing football since the age of 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 8 years old. He started playing football.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, from there, I guess he could have been getting hit in his head, but I just don't believe that.
Well, they said it started from when he was 17.
Okay,
they did
exactly. So that's even that goes to my argument and my opinion.
And so they said when they, I guess, drafted him from high school or junior high school, one of those, that he already had, was he diagnosed with bipolar, I believe?
No.
What was he diagnosed with? He was
never
with something.
diagnosed
really?
with anything. He was diagnosed after his death, because they can only really examine your brain. Because they examine to diagnose you with CTE and really go up in your brain, you got to be dead. They got to take the brain out and examine the tissues.
Okay, but they said they knew he was a troubling teen, so maybe he was getting into things as a young kid. But they gave him a chance, and so they put him in his league. But they said he was a hothead. He would always get tested for marijuana. He would have like little altercations with people on the team. Like, they already knew that he was troubled. So that was the first case of mental, for me.
Absolutely.
For mental illness. I just don't know, why do you wait so long, right, to go see that you have a problem? Like, go and talk to somebody. I don't know. And I guess that's for me too. Like, people are like, well, since your situation and you're tragic, why wouldn't you go speak to somebody? So I guess it was the same thing. You don't think that something is wrong.
I think you don't think anything is wrong, and you're coping with it in a very unhealthy way. And I think that was the part with Aaron Hernandez and why it started to spiral out of control. And why I don't believe it was CTE. I mean, I do think some part of it was CTE.
Yeah, I think some of it was
decision making. But with him, his father died at like 15, 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that event, so I think like a lot of times when you spiral out of control, a lot of events happen that make make the condition worse. And it kind of like, it blows up, it escalates from there. Right. And I think with Aaron Hernandez, it escalated from when his father passed away.
I think so
from
too.
There, that's when it just took. That's when he just got aggressive, and he couldn't cope. But I think he that was his way of coping with it, letting it out, beating people up, smacking people, shooting people. Like, I just think it happened in that kind of way.
Yeah, that's crazy. And even the conversations, if you guys seen the documentary, even the conversations with him on the phone with his wife and his mom, like the things that he would say, you like, wait a minute. This dude is troubling. Like, something is wrong. Like, even him being so content and comfortable in jail, to me it felt like he was comfortable. Like, he wasn't. Did you hear the conversations with him in jail?
I heard the conversations, but I think to me he sound like, oh, I'm going to get out. Like, I think that was what was keeping him going. Like, because if you listen, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat this." Like, he would act like it was nothing. Like, this is nothing.
And I think real nonchalant about it.
But that's the thing with people that have like that have psychological problems. They never are held. They never are like. They never take accountability. Like, they never, like with him, he beat somebody up at 16 because he didn't pay his. He ordered something from the bar.
Oh yeah.
And the bartender came to him and was like, "Listen, you owe us such and such money," and he beat the bartender to a pulp. But the bartender never pressed charges because that's when, I think it was the NFL, not the NFL, it was his college
team that he was
was trying to recruit him, and they came and spoke to the bartender and was like, "Listen, don't do this. We gonna pay you." They probably paid him off.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now nobody's holding him accountable. He's good. Like, he's not held accountable. So now after that, he shoots up 2 other people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now it goes to Odin Lloyd, and now he's in jail. So it's like he never was held accountable before Odin Lloyd. So it's like Odin Lloyd, like I killed him, I shot him in the head, I done shot mad other people.
Right, and
these bodies are
caught, and I ain't never get caught.
And I didn't get caught. Like, come on, I'm good. Like, and I feel like that's what kept him up beat in jail. That's why he sounded like he was telling his mom, like, I'm gonna get out. Like, what you talking about?
But I mean, in the
confident.
Conversation with his mom, he blamed his mom for his, I guess, him being fucked up, because he said to his mom on the phone, if you guys remember, if you've seen the documentary, he was like, yo, you fucked up my life. Like, you brung in, you know, after dad died, you brung in this other man that was dating my aunt in our home. Like, different things. Even when they offered him money, I think it was the $40 million they offered him. Yeah. You was just thinking about money, money.
If you heard her on the phone, that's all she was concerned about.
Right,
like,
it's the money.
He's trying to pour out his heart to you, and you talking about
money.
All I needed was $1 million. Like, you got $40 million. He's trying to explain to her that was a $40 million contract. I didn't get handed $40 million to dish out. He probably got handed like a couple of million, but I'm not giving $1 million. I'm just getting new to this. Like, let me and now I'm in jail. Like, relax. But I just think with him, his mom, and I think that's an important part, and that's why you do need to get counseling outside of your family. Because you can't expect your family to give you validation and say, listen, I fucked you up, I abused you, I molested you. Your mother, father's not going to say that to you. They're not going to say to you, I abused you. I fucked you up. You cannot try to beat that dead horse. You have to go to another party, like a therapist and a psychologist, to get that help and that validation.
But I also think too that you need people around you that's going to support you, because he probably didn't have them people in his ear like, yo, Aaron, go speak to somebody. You know, he probably had people like, yes man, he got all this money now, but I want friends around me to be like, Ev, like, you ain't this, your shit ain't looking too good. You need to go. I need people around me that's going to push me and support me.
No, but when you a hothead like him, you can't do it in a regular fashion. Like, you need to be a licensed, like, you got to have doctorate degrees in order to handle it.
I'm just saying, encourage me to go. That's what I'm saying.
They did. Why do you think they got shot in the head? Listen, dude that got a prosthetic eye, he went, that's why, and Odin Lloyd, who else? It was Odin Lloyd. No, I don't know.
Odin Lloyd is the guy that Aaron Hernandez killed.
Yes.
That was the last person.
Besides the 2 other Hispanic or Caribbean guys, I don't.
Right, it was 2, like, I think.
Yeah, so, the one with the prosthetic eye who actually survived, who was his boy, and who testified against him.
Okay, yes.
He went to Aaron Hernandez because Aaron Hernandez started acting very paranoid. Like, he's ready to just explode. All homeboy did was, listen, you being paranoid because you done killed these 2 dudes.
Right.
You know how Aaron Hernandez responded? That's what I'm saying. When you cannot approach certain people when it's at a bottleneck, it's ready to explode.
I'm just saying,
you cannot approach them because you know what happened with him when he said, listen, you being paranoid because you killed them 2 dudes.
Well, he did. I don't.
He shot him in the face.
Oh, he shot him.
Yes, that's why he got shot in the face.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because he said they was in Miami partying and chilling, and that they was in a club, and that Aaron Hernandez was like, oh my God, this cop is watching me. He's a cop. He's this. He's that. Like, he was very paranoid in the club.
Right.
All homeboy said to him with the prosthetic eye that got shot in the face.
Okay.
All he said to him was, listen, you paranoid because you done shot these 2 dudes.
Right.
Relax. Nobody's watching you.
Right.
You're good. Easy. We trying to see pussy tonight. We had a strip club.
Right.
Relax. I want to see the pussy. I'm serious. That's basically what he was saying.
Right.
Aaron Hernandez took that another way and and was in the car with him.
And shot him.
He fell asleep. Imagine if you in a passenger seat. You fell asleep, chilling. You driving. He said he woke up to a gun to his face.
Wow.
Aaron Hernandez shot him right in his face.
Damn.
Opened up the car door and put him next to a dumpster.
Wow.
And left him.
So that's the guy who testified.
That's the guy who testified against him in the second trial, not the first trial.
Okay, gotcha.
With Odom Lloyd.
Okay.
So I just think like when you approach, that's why I would be.
You just gotta be, I guess.
You gotta be cautious, and I just think you need to say it in a way like where you're not coming off aggressive. Like I feel like a lot of times when I try to say things like this, my voice can be kind of deep. And it could be like, it could come off aggressive. So you gotta kind of like, it's like you really have to, you can't even be yourself. It's like you really have to come at a certain approach in order to approach certain people who are going through mental health issues.
That's true. Well, I'm just saying, like a person like me, I ain't no killer. So as your
but
friend,
you never know.
Nigga, I ain't no killer.
Start killing.
So you come to me, I want you to be like, hey,
no,
you
right.
need somebody to go, you need to talk to somebody. Even if I don't take, it's just doing it. It's just that push. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. Like in Aaron Hernandez situation, you gotta be very careful because I don't.
You never know who's ready to explode.
That is so true,
who
though.
got shit going on.
That's true.
Because you really don't know who's about to kill somebody until they're killed, and then the investigators are knocking at your door.
Exactly.
Like, do you know Ebony? Like, did you speak to her? Like, it's happened to me a few times, unfortunately. Like, investigators have knocked on my door, marshals.
Do you know?
It's not just wait. This is a light knock. Like, no, they ain't knocking like that. It's like like it's like kicking. Yeah,
at the door.
Yeah, so
that's crazy. But yeah. So I guess the moral of that story is.
But you know who's the
Yeah. But wait a minute. So what? Because I didn't see the whole documentary, right? And so when I finished watching it, I didn't even know that while he was in jail after they sentenced him to what, 24 years and
life without parole.
Life without parole. That he killed himself. Like I didn't know that until I didn't see the whole. I was watching it with my sister Sherelle, and when I got home, I seen it. She was like, "Did you finish watching it?" And I was like, "No." And when I seen it, my heart was like, "Yo." Even the letter that he wrote to his fiance and his baby, like I don't know. I'm just a sucker. I'm a sucker.
Wait, I gotta rewind this because somebody brought it to my attention. I'm looking at text messages as we talk.
About him being gay?
No, not even the gay part. I want to talk about how athletes, like even like with us, like we regular people working our jobs, like having our businesses, doing us. But imagine like, and I think that's the big part of the reason why people don't hold them accountable is you are a millionaire.
Yeah.
You are paying these people to work for you and cater to you.
Absolutely.
And you do not want to rub them the bad way where now you living in a shelter or you going back to standard living. Like you want to live beyond your means on their coattails.
Right.
So I think that has a lot to do with it too. Like where you have mental health issues, you a billionaire. Right. I mean, he wasn't a billionaire, but let's just say I'm just going to the extreme. But if I'm living in an apartment in Section 8, and you got millions, I'm gonna tread so lightly when I'm not gonna approach you, and especially if you a hothead.
No.
And you killing motherfuckers. Like I'm gonna take it down a couple of notches.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that's another issue too, where athletes and then NFL, and that has a lot to do with Delonte West.
Yeah.
That's
such a sad story though. Like, I mean, how you get from, going on this super dope team playing ball with LeBron, like it's just crazy to me. To being on the sidewalk, like drugged out, like done. I don't get it. Like, what happens? But I've just come to realize the mental illness is
I don't even think it's the mental illness. I think
stress.
No, but it is that. But I think like it's a part of it is being ignored and then being like heightened when they get millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah,
like
you think it'd be too much for them to handle?
I think it'd be absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I'm thinking if I'm getting
because you
$1
know what
million,
happens. Because you know what happens. Like how you and I talking. I'm not a psychologist.
Right.
You're not a psychologist. Like we can tell because we know each other if something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But these NFL teams, NBA teams, they are hiring top-notch psychologists, investigators, all kind of shit to investigate your background.
Absolutely, because they did an investigation.
When they investigate these backgrounds, you think they don't see that Aaron Hernandez beating motherfuckers up?
Yeah.
He's beating people up because he didn't pay the bar tab.
Right.
He was involved in a shooting. He's failing drug tests.
Right.
So at this point, it's like they see this happening.
Yeah.
But they ignoring it because you know what? It's all about winning. Winning. And that's the main focus in these NBA, NFL, athletic institutions is all they want to do is win. They don't give a fuck about
That's true.
your mental health.
That's so true though.
Put that aside.
That's
take
a good
care
point.
of that.
Right.
All we want you to do is win.
So we can get this done.
Yeah. So
or
and then
win.
It's like, so what happened with Aaron Hernandez? Because I told you, I watched all documentaries with him. Is they hired extra investigators for him.
Right.
Did extra testing with him.
Right.
They saw that he failed drug tests. He beat up the bartender. He was involved in a shooting that got dismissed.
Right.
It got dismissed. They saw all of these things happening around him, so they chose to still let him in the league.
In the league, yeah, I read that too.
Because
they knew he was.
He wrote, and it was the same thing with Delonte. They wrote a letter. Both of them. This is how they both. I feel like they both are so similar.
Yeah, they are.
But so far removed.
Right.
But they so similar because they both wrote letters. Not West didn't write a letter, but what's his name did?
Hernandez
wrote a letter, basically pleading with them, listen, give me a chance. I'm gonna do better. Just don't worry about the past. I'm gonna get on this team.
I'm gonna show you.
And the Patriots are okay, they like a military.
Right.
So I guess in his mind and in their mind, we gotta get him straight. We gotta fix this.
Right, we're gonna fix it. Because he gonna get us this win and he gonna get us this money. They wasn't thinking about his mental illness.
No, absolutely really not. All they thinking about is winning. That's the main.
But
the
Delonte West. I mean, the story is so sad. I know he came from high school. He played with the league. They let him in. They knew he had mental illness, but they still gave him a chance, like you said. And then he started playing with the Cleveland. I think LeBron and them.
Yes.
And then it was alleged that he started sleeping with LeBron's mother, allegedly. And I think that's when it all hit the fan.
Yeah.
I think that's when, it was all of this talk. LeBron wasn't really messing with him. I think that's when it started going downhill for him. Right? What you think? Because that's when...
Absolutely.
Yeah. They didn't win that championship that year. They lost, and they were saying it was because he was sleeping with the mom.
Where he started to spiral out of control.
Right.
And I think at that point, if you kind of parallel it with Aaron Hernandez, it was when his father passed away.
Exactly.
So his father passed away. West, he started to spiral out of control when he got because he was married. No, when the rumors started coming up.
Okay.
And then after
LeBron's
they lost
mom,
the championship,
they lost it. And
I'm not into sports and stuff like that.
Well, they said they lost the championship that year because LeBron's mind was on West doing his mother.
And it was going back and forth.
Exactly.
The rumors were swirling.
Right.
They was arguing.
It wasn't a good
A tweet came out where he was basically I guess LeBron, I shouldn't laugh at stuff like this, but
don't laugh. Don't do it. It's not funny.
No, it's not, because nobody got killed in this situation.
Right.
But okay, so LeBron, I guess he put up some kind of tweet or something about his father and his father not being there.
Right.
But this is where the mental health, and I shouldn't be laughing.
What did it say?
So anyway, LeBron put up a tweet basically bashing his father. Delonte West puts up a tweet basically I'm your father.
Oh, I ain't know that.
Yes, he put up a tweet like, I'm your dad.
That's
so
what
supposedly, supposedly it was a fake account. It wasn't him. Supposedly it wasn't his account. So that's what the discrepancy is.
One of our viewers said that he was traded after the alleged affair. So he was traded off. Like, I'm sure he was. LeBron wasn't having I'm not playing.
Was he traded though?
That's what one of the viewers said. He was traded after the alleged affair.
I heard that it was like rumors though, and then he got traded. Like I heard that it was rumors.
Yeah, you believe it?
I don't know because I'm not having. I wasn't there during that time, so I don't know if it was like.
Yeah.
If it was like the same time at the time he got traded.
They did something. They was hanging out because why are they talking about it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did something.
But another player did confirm it that he did sleep with the mother.
Okay. I don't know for the past.
They did, but I just think like
she's
that.
She's a young, spicy mom. You seen LeBron's mom?
No, I did not
see.
Young
and spicy.
But I think that was the point where Delonte started to spiral out of control.
Yeah.
When they accused him, the rumors and stuff like that, he got traded. Yeah. Even though it might have been before, after, but I think it was still around that time.
I think it was all probably stressful for him.
Yeah, and I think it was still around the same time frame. Like I still think it wasn't too far apart.
Right.
So I think that at that point he started to spiral out of control. Aaron Hernandez started to spiral out of control when his father passed away.
Yeah. So
but then
those things you saying that it was triggers for them.
I think because they didn't get help.
Right.
They didn't have feng shui mental health days.
Right. What is it?
Feng shui. That's like a Japanese saying.
I can't with you being all fancy.
You get the feng shui. The feng shui is like you get that soothing air. Like it's just feng shuiing around the place.
I'm gonna start saying that. Feng shui. How you say?
Feng
shui.
Feng with an F.
Feng shui.
Wait, what? Yeah, feng shui. Like
got
the air moving right. So I just think with them, I do think it was a lot of psychological issues, but I definitely think with Delonte West, I think that was more so some kind of chemical things going on in his head.
Yeah.
But I don't give a pass to Aaron Hernandez. That's my opinion. My opinion is I'm not giving a pass.
I'm not saying give him a pass, but my heart goes out to people who suffer with mental illness. You know, I know a lot of people who suffer with mental illness. But I'm definitely not saying give him a pass. I just think that we got to support the people that we know around us that have it so that they can seek help early so they can get control of it. You know what I'm saying? I think if he would have got like his mom, maybe, I don't know, but maybe if his mom was more supportive in the beginning and like, babe, come on, let's go speak to somebody.
Absolutely. I just think his mom, and I think she didn't like validate the way that even when he was in jail, he was trying to come to her and basically say, this is what happened. Like, you fucked me up. I just think it's so important as a parent to validate that and listen to them. Don't be combative.
Absolutely.
And listen to them.
Listen to your kids.
Understand, like, they're not saying you a bad parent, like you awful, like you fucked up. It's just like, listen to me. Like, I just feel like this is what happened and I just need to cope with it.
Right.
So I
need you to be supportive in what I'm saying to you.
But a lot of times parents like take it as
it happened, get over it. You know,
it's not even that. I just think they take it as a shot, like to them, and
they didn't do a
good job. They're a fucked up parent. They take it as you come and tell them one incident, and you tell them, listen, this was not right. Like it was not right.
Yeah.
Like as a kid talking to your parent about it, you expected them to say, listen, like I'm sorry, like I probably should have. We're not perfect,
right? Like
we do fuck up,
right?
This was one of my fuck ups.
Right.
I probably should have done better. But you know what? Let's go to family counseling. Let's go get help. Let's do something about this.
Yeah.
Let's fix this.
Right.
But a lot of parents don't do that. They just automatically, in their mind, it's like it's a personal attack.
Right.
Like, what?
I feel you.
You saying I'm a fucked up parent?
Right. I did the best I could.
I raised you.
Right.
I was in the gutter. I was on welfare. What? Like, it's
so true though.
So they don't validate it. It makes you even become more combative.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even going to talk to you about this now because you're not even relating to how I feel.
You're not listening.
So now I can't even talk to you. So you know what? I'm not talking to you. But with Aaron Hernandez, he didn't know how to channel his anger. He channeled it in a very violent way. That's why he was just like, if I was around you, I'd punch you in the face. Yeah. Like if it was me and you and we have a disagreement,
right? I'm
not gonna be like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna be upset about it, but we're gonna discuss it in a like
respectful manner.
Exactly.
Right. That mental illness is real, and we just gotta come to grips. Like, yo, it's real, and a lot of people, a lot of us, need to really seek help and know that it's not a bad thing to seek help. It's not. It doesn't mean you're crazy. It doesn't mean you're nuts. It means you just need an outlet to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's going to listen and that's going to hear you out, and so that you can release. That's me. Like, I'm going to release.
Speaking of, because we're gonna get into hopelessly in love. We already at like an hour, almost an hour.
So let's get into it, baby. What's up?
This goes back to Aaron Hernandez.
You stay on that Hernandez.
Okay. So the real MVP,
right?
The real, like, who do you think is like the real ride or die chick?
The aunt.
I don't think it was the aunt.
Nah.
Why do you think it was the aunt?
I think it's the aunt because the aunt had the murder car in her driveway.
She didn't know.
She didn't know?
No.
Well, she knew a lot of stuff because they were really close, him and the aunt. So if you guys don't know, he had an aunt that was suffering with cancer. She was actually on dying, really, right?
Yeah.
And I believe she knew a lot of secrets that Mr. Hernandez had. And the van that he used to get away from the murder was in her driveway. And just a lot of things, even on the stand, she was like, I don't know nothing. No, that didn't happen. No, I think she was a ride or die for her nephew. And she was like, listen, I'm gonna die. I'll go to jail. Even dying from cancer, she went to jail for like 6 months for him. Right? She went to jail. Yeah, she went to jail. And
no, I didn't see that part.
Yeah,
she went to jail?
I'm sure she went to jail. I think they said for 6 months she went to jail. And I know shortly after she passed away. But I think she was a ride or die. I know you're gonna say his wife, but
my God,
she's suspect.
Let me tell you something. Like, you have to watch the other documentaries because you didn't tell me what you gonna do.
What happened?
In this situation, hopelessly in love.
Talk to me.
So the other, I'm trying to tell you guys, you got to watch the other documentaries because it gives
on Aaron Hernandez.
It gives not other perspectives, but other facts that they probably couldn't fit into an hour,
this one.
2 hours, 3 hours.
Okay.
So anyway, so the prosecution who was trying to prosecute Aaron Hernandez, they absolutely was into the mess. Don't think because you a Harvard grad and you like you a prominent attorney, you not down with the shits. Right. They was definitely petty and messy.
Really?
This scene was a part out of like Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so the day before they called Shania, the fiance, I'm calling. I forgot the sisters' names are similar.
Mm-hmm.
So they called the nanny up to the stage, okay? Up to the stand, not stage. The stand. So they called the nanny.
Mm-hmm. The nanny said.
Okay. First of all, sidebar.
Right.
If you have a young child you married, I just feel like, first of all, the first thing she fucked up on, like, I'm hiring a Medea type nanny.
Right.
The nanny was a little bit of a, like, she looked
sexy.
She wasn't sexy, but because you know when you come to court, you're trying to play the role. Right. You want to be nun-like.
Right.
But you could tell, like, she gets it on a popping.
Okay.
But
young girl.
She was young.
Okay.
She was a nanny. She was white, and she just looked like the typical white girl that a white man would be attracted to.
Okay.
Probably a black dude too.
Okay.
You around watching my kid. I'm home horny by myself, smashing. So anyway, okay, so the night that Odom Lloyd was in the club with Aaron Hernandez, that night before he got killed, or when Aaron Hernandez supposedly got pissed off or allegedly got pissed off,
right?
That same night, the nanny was in the club. Okay, the nanny was partying, dropping it, popping it.
Wait.
Yes, the nanny was in the club.
Where was the fiance?
The fiance was not nowhere around.
So why was the nanny in the club dropping it and popping it?
She's not a 24-hour nanny. She's coming around babysitting.
Okay, so maybe it was the area club where they all went out. Okay, go ahead.
So the nanny is in the club.
Dipping it and doing it.
That's my imagination. But
dipping
anyway, she was
doing it.
She was in the club, okay? She was in
dipping
the club.
Dipping it and doing it.
Yes, she was in the club with Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez pissed off at Lloyd. They get into it, whatever.
The friend that he killed.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
This is where the prosecution is messy and petty.
Wow.
So before they called, but anyway, I don't know if I highlighted this part. Before they called the fiance to the stand, they called the nanny up before
the fiance.
Okay. So they trying to get under the fiance's skin. They want to get her to flip.
Right.
Like they want to get her to flip on this motherfucker. I'm calling up the side chick.
Exactly.
The nanny. So I'm calling
the nanny.
This is where it goes. Like, so the nanny gets up on the stage.
Yeah.
Stand. I'm saying stage. It's a stage to me. Shit is a stage. So she gets up on the stand and she's like, yeah. She's like, I was in the club. She's like, Aaron, after the club, like he was like a little pissed off or whatever. You could tell he's pissed off with whatever. Mm-hmm. So she's like, yeah, he offered me a ride home. Now, mind you, the fiance's in the stand listening to this.
Right.
So she's like, yeah, he offered me a ride home. So the prosecution's like, oh, he did. So what happened after he offered you a ride home? She's like, yeah, I took his ride home. But we didn't go home. We went to his smash pad.
Oh, shit.
So now why the camera pans to the fiance?
I know she was like this.
She was listening.
Word?
Yes,
oh, okay.
She was listening.
Come on, tell me some more. What happened?
So they like, okay, so they asking her, okay, so he takes you a ride, you going to the smash pad.
the smash pad?
It was a smash pad. He was not, the fiance was not privy to this.
Okay. The smash pad.
So they go to the smash pad. Tell me why. First of all, it's not funny.
It's not funny. Because I'm cracking the nigga's head open.
I'm cracking the nigga's head open. The funny part about
the smash pad?
Exactly.
The smash pad?
Yes, he had a smash pad. So anyway, this is where it gets funny. Because first of all,
so wait, did they say they smashed?
I'm getting to
that. Go.
So they in the so as they in the smash pad. But why IG channel? Why they acting it out? They had some goofball white dude playing Aaron Hernandez. So they at the end of the bed. I swear to God, I'm not lying. You have to watch it.
Right.
So they got some goofball playing Aaron Hernandez, and they got some white goofy chick playing her. Mm-hmm. So they at the end of the bed, and he's like, "Come on." Oh, I know. She's like, "Wait." He's like, "Come on, let's do this." Boo.
He's saying that? Or
he's saying that to her.
So she kind of like,
yeah, exactly. She was like, no, I'm the nanny. I'm trying. I love your baby. Like she's like,
I love your baby.
I know I'm exaggerating with that part.
I love your baby. I can't do this. I can't do
this. Okay, she didn't say all of that. But she was just basically like, I can't do this. I'm your nanny. So she was basically like, so here come the prosecution. All right. So when you said, they was expecting her to be like, yeah, he smacked me in the face or something, when she said, no, I'm not trying to do this.
Right.
So he was basically like, oh, all right. But what the prosecution was trying to do, they wanted to get under the fiance's skin. There was no reason to call this chick up to the stand. Yeah. No reason but to basically
get her riled up.
Get her riled up and to show
that you want to play with me, Aaron?
There was a smash pad.
You want to play with me, Aaron? This is what happened. I took the murder weapon. That's
what?
Yeah.
But what would you do?
What would you ride or die?
Exactly.
I'm a ride or die.
After you heard that, what would you do?
I'm gonna be a ride or die. I'm gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
After you hear that he got a smash pad,
nah,
I'm trying to smash.
I'm gonna deal with him after. I'm gonna deal with, but I'm gonna be ride or die for him. I'm like, okay, next, what happened? But I'm gonna be real cool. But after, I'm like, oh, nigga, for real? But I'm gonna be real cool because my loyalty for real is what do. And again, you know how they put lies and stuff. They want you to go. They
want her to flip. Exactly. They want her to flip. So I'm gonna be real
calm. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, all right, wow, okay. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at this nigga like, but because my loyalty is what I do. I'm gonna stay loyal. What would you do? You telling on that nigga? I see you going crazy on that nigga.
No, I would go crazy, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna look like some real gold digging whore. The only reason I would not flip is because this is a man that's in the NFL. I got a baby by him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna just stick this out. I might do me on the side, but I'm gonna stick this out because I want to see
NFL. Nah.
Listen,
it ain't. No, I would just.
At the end of the day, for my kid, you got a kid.
He's still gonna take care of the kid regardless. Period. But I'm just saying.
I ain't trying to have all these fights. Like I don't.
So you ain't no loyal chick.
No, I wouldn't. I'm gonna be loyal for my kid. Like I'm going to do it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want y'all ladies out there to be like, oh, she a sucker. She gonna nah. Best believe we gonna have a sidebar when this shit is all over. Like what happened? You gonna really tell me what's going? You know what I'm saying? But in the middle of everything and people around, I'ma play it real cool. Like nah, we good. I know where me and my man stand. Like nah, all right, okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what she did.
That's what she did.
She damn sure did. But the ring disappeared, and why they zoomed in on that? The ring. She got on that stand, and the ring disappeared.
Because you gonna be hurt. You'll be hurt. You'll be hurt. That's evident that you're hurt. Don't get me wrong. Like if you hear that your man has cheated or, you going to be hurt. So, yeah, of course. I understand that. Too. But on the stand, you ain't going to catch me slipping on my dude. Like,
she did not. That's why I say she's a real MVP. Really? Because she did not waver. Like, she got up on that stand and that's what I would do that. And every day at the courtroom, she was dressing in designer. I don't know if you saw her. They compared her to the sister.
Oh, okay.
The sister was definitely devastated. That was her man that got, come on, he got killed.
She's a lawyer now.
Yes.
Yeah, she passed
a district
the bar
attorney. Yes,
she's a district attorney. So, yeah, I mean, the story is crazy. And it's just real. It's just an eye opener. Like, yo, this shit is real. Life is real. And you just gotta be on point.
I just think you have to learn coping mechanisms. Yeah. Like I think mental health is so big in both instances. Like we didn't really touch on like Delonte West and Aaron Hernandez, but I just think I don't give Aaron Hernandez a pass because of the CTE, but I definitely think it had a lot to do with
his growing up,
his childhood. But I just think it's a lot of ways that you could learn to cope with these. Like, I just think it all comes together with people with bipolar. Yeah. Childhood trauma.
Absolutely.
All these things that they have going on in their life. Like, there's ways to cope with it. Yeah. And I think it's with therapy. Right. Like, you have to seek help. And you have to learn, like, anger management.
Absolutely.
Because I think that
played a big part. With him, right?
Absolutely.
Because he was, like, so angry. Just by the phone calls, I'm like, damn, Aaron. Like, you could tell he had a lot of anger in him.
And I think that's how he beat the charge with the two Hispanic dudes that died in a car. Yeah. I think they looked at it like, oh, there's no way he killed two dudes over a spilled drink. Right. But why wouldn't? Like, there's people out here, and he was absolutely one of those people that killed over a spilled drink, that killed if you disrespected him. Right. That killed
you stepped on foot. Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All they did was spill you had to see, oh my God, you got to watch the other documentaries.
I'm definitely going to.
Because they show like the video of him in the club.
Really?
With the two guys.
Oh, see, yeah.
So they show.
I didn't even know that.
They show. Yeah, they have other documentaries, but they show Aaron Hernandez in the club walking in with the two guys that he killed. The two.
Wow.
I don't know if you consider them Hispanic, but they were from Cardiff. I don't know how to pronounce
like
it.
I
should know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like an island.
Okay.
But Aaron Hernandez walks into the club with them. They did not even know each other. They didn't even look at each other. They didn't know anything. But they go in the club. But the one that got shot in the face, the friend, he was with the friend that he eventually later on shot in the face.
Okay, gotcha.
So he's in the club with the guy that got shot in the face. So they all partying, and he said that the guy was dancing. The one of the Puerto Rican, not Puerto Ricans, Hispanic dudes was dancing. And they came over into him and was dancing. You know, when you feeling nice, you dancing, and you might go over into somebody who's standing.
So they started dancing with him?
No, they didn't start dancing with him, but when they started getting crazy dancing toward him, the drink, they knocked Aaron Hernandez's arm and the drink spilled on him. And when one of the guys did, the other guy started laughing. Like, I can see myself doing that because I've done that before.
Right.
I don't know why it's something funny to me when somebody
spills a drink on them. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, I would have been tight. Like, no, but the tightness, that ain't funny. Like,
it's not funny, but you got a white shirt on, and the shit got cherry stains on it. I'm sorry, that shit.
Exactly.
No, I'm sorry. I would be the one to probably get killed because I would be hysterically laughing. That shit probably so the one to get killed. I know, because it would be funny to me. Like, you got a fucking big red stain, but it's not funny. The guy got killed over that later. So they partying, whatever. So they leave the club and they showing the footage of them outside of the club. Yeah. You can see the dude, the friend, calming Hernandez down, like, listen, you can't hear the audio.
But you can see like them like
you can see the dude like basically like stop doing this, like, and he's basically trying to calm him down. He's just like, so now they get into the aunt's car, the cousin.
Oh, the cousin.
The cousin's car. And he's like circling around the club.
Waiting for them to come.
Waiting. Yes, circling around the club. So you can see the SUV circling.
But it don't show him shooting them. It just shows you them.
No, because the cameras are basically around that vicinity.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't show like when but this is where the witnesses come in and they speaking on the documentary.
Oh, really?
So now 2 security guards are leaving the club.
Right.
So when the 2 security guards leave the club, they basically start talking to each other like, oh my God, it's so dead silent out here. It was quiet, dead silent. So when it's like dead silent, the security guards are walking outside of the club and they get into their car. So they drive into the stoplight. Right. So when they drive to the stoplight, the SUV pulls up next to them at the stoplight. So when the SUV pulls up next to them, they look over because they if there's nobody around, you're just gonna look over. So they see like an SUV. Right. So they add a red light. The red light didn't change to green yet. Right. The SUV pulls off, zooms off. Right. To the next light. Now, mind you, they ran a red light. So now the 2 security guards are in the car and they like, the fuck? What's wrong with them? Right. So they look at the license plate. Oh, they from Rhode Island. That's why they not from here. Right. They from Rhode Island. So now they at the next light. When they get to the next light, that's when they shoot up the car and get it on and popping. Wow. So when they shoot up the car, that's when the other car pulls up right next to it. Now the SUV done pulled off at this point. Right. So they now side by side. He's side by side with the 2 victims that's in the car dead. And that's when they call the cops. Dead. Listen, you got to get over here. Dead. Whatever. But how Aaron Hernandez got away with this one?
How? That's what I'm saying. How the fuck they didn't? And they had the van, but they hid the van in that garage for that long.
It's not even that.
How did they get away with it?
It goes back to racism. We're gonna talk about the racism that the fuck goes on in this country. Cause I'm heavy on that.
Oh Lord.
First of all, the cops rolled up. This is literally how Aaron Hernandez beat that case.
So the cops roll up.
The cops roll up. They put a sheet over the guys.
Wow.
They put a sheet over them. Didn't take no inventory of like gunshots. Nothing. They didn't do nothing to figure out what happened. They just looked at them. Oh, they brown dudes. Probably into drugs. Probably Mexican cartel motherfuckers. Oh, what?
And just left them like.
Why they got the tow truck with them dead in the car? Got the tow truck and towed them away dead in the car with the tow truck. Wow. So now they told them all.
Now where was this at? Texas?
No, this was in Boston.
Boston.
Is it Boston or
I think
Connecticut?
he is from
Wait.
Boston.
No, he's from. It's Boston and Connecticut that plays a big part in this, but I don't remember which.
I heard Boston, but
it's one of these he's in, Boston or Connecticut.
Yeah.
So, they towed the whole fucking car away with the dead bodies in the car to the tow truck garage.
No investigation, or
they did no investigation. So what Aaron Hernandez attorney played on was basically like, oh, these motherfucking cops don't have no evidence against my clients.
Right.
Because they fucking put a sheet on. Do you know where the sheet came from? That sheet could have been from your motherfucking bed.
Exactly.
With bed bugs on it. I'm exaggerating with the bed bugs.
You exaggerate.
I'm exaggerating with the bed bugs, but you don't know where them sheets. But they asked them. They asked them on the stand, where did the sheets come from that you put on their bodies?
To the cop.
They asked the cops, where did the sheet come from? He was like, EMS. Do you know where EMS got them sheets from? I don't know.
Wow.
So of course he beat that case, and then I think that's where he beat it, and then he feel like he was feeling like good, like okay, I beat this case, now I can appeal the old case with old employer and win. Right. But then he killed himself. So that's what I was thinking, like, how did this man kill himself when he just beat this case?
Right.
How?
Well, he had life though. I guess he was like,
no.
What you don't understand why he killed himself? He had life with no parole.
But
I can see why. And then they started bringing rumors out that he was allegedly gay. And I think that's what really triggered. To me, I think that's what really triggered him. If you guys seen the documentary, they were saying that Aaron Hernandez was, gay. He was bisexual. Mm-hmm. He had a love affair with a guy that he grew up with, right? Mm-hmm. That he grew up with, and he said that they were in a relationship, and then there was another guy that said he was gay. And so I think when that story came out, he was like, wait a minute, because he was so against, like, on the phone you can hear him talking to his wife, like, all of these, them people are in here, meaning, he was talking about, like,
he said them things.
He said them things. Yeah. That's what he said. And he was basically, allegedly, sleeping with those things.
No, but where the case could have been in his favor was that he beat the case.
Those two cases.
With the two guys that were killed.
Right.
Allegedly he killed them, but he was found not guilty. But the old case with Odin Lloyd was on appeal. Mm-hmm. So he had a chance. Right. Because that's what they were focused on. Listen, beat this case.
And then we'll work on it.
And then we're going to go back to this case and then beat that shit. And now he got a new attorney. Right. A beast. The beast who got the two who harped on the cops.
Right.
Botching
Gotcha.
the whole, like, y'all didn't give a fuck about these dudes.
Right.
He had sheets over his head.
Right.
Y'all don't know where them sheets came from.
Why do you think he killed himself then? They say he killed himself after the sentence, though. That he had life with no parole. And I think when that, like you said,
but he had life without parole, but he still had an opportunity though to beat it. Yeah. He could have beat that case. Yeah. Even though
I guess he was at a point where he was like, I'm done with life. Like I'm just done. Like I'm done. Let my fiance and the kid get this money, even though you said they didn't, right? They didn't get the money or whatever the case is. Like I'm done. It's too much. Like I'm too much. Some people who say like it's too much. I'm out. I'm done. Unfortunately. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that was his.
So why do you think he killed himself?
I think it had a lot to do with the gay rumors.
Absolutely.
I think it was such a
because he had this image like, yo, I kill niggas. He had this image, and even when he was in jail, he was like, yo, all these people, like these gay people around me, I don't do, like, and then for that to go out, everybody, the world know that you slept with men. That kind of like, wait a minute, y'all, I ain't coming back out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Get my money.
But the world didn't know at that point. I think.
But didn't that documentary go out before he got sentenced?
The radio broadcast,
right?
The radio host.
Right? Oh, okay, yeah.
They came out with it 2 days before he killed himself.
Before he killed himself.
A couple of days before. I don't know if it was exactly 2 days. It might have been 3 or 4.
I think that played a little part of it. I don't know.
I think it was like a perfect storm.
Who would know?
I think it had a lot to do with
the moral of the story is if you going through, or you know somebody going through, stress, any issues, like, get help, you know what I'm saying? And catch it early so that you won't get to this point where it's just in you and you ain't trying to hear nobody, you know what I'm saying? You just out there, destruction. I don't know. Like,
I just think that they need to get help, and figure out ways to cope. And I just think therapy is the only way. I don't think I could help, like, I can do what I can as a regular civilian without, like, a PhD.
Yeah.
But I definitely think, like, you have to, like, know, and somebody has to tell them, though, like a family member or a friend, like, listen, go get help.
Absolutely.
Like, you
That's
need
what
it.
I'm
Like,
saying. Yep.
and then you have to do things to cope. Like, you have to figure out ways to cope, because a lot of people are, I think we all are, could be close to the edge.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
It's hard to survive in life. Like, we have to pay bills. Mm-hmm. We have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Like, we have to, like, do these things, and the pressure is on us. And a lot of times, 9 out of 10 of us are not born with a silver spoon in our mouth.
And I encourage you guys, like, surround yourself with people that's supporting you, that's pushing you, that want to see you win. Like, and you don't want nobody around you that's a yes ma'am, yes. No, I want you to tell me when I'm fucking up. I want you to tell me when, I'm wrong. Push me to be great. You need to allow yourself to be around people that's going to be that support system to you. That's so important. And I'm big on that. Surround yourself with friends that's going to push you, that want to see you win.
I think so too. I just think it's hard when you have money. Because when you have money, you're going to have so many yes people around you.
That's true too.
You're going to have massive amount of yes people. Because then when that person tells you no, they off the fucking, like, books.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like, you're fired.
Right. You're done.
Yeah. So I just think you have to approach it in a way where it's like, you have to get them help. Yeah. Like, in some kind of way. Yeah.
So you want to touch a little bit on who's seen Faith and Biggie hopelessly in love?
I saw both of them. Did you watch the Left Eye one?
I did see the Left Eye one. Both of them.
That ties into mental health too.
Absolutely. Both of them were really good. We're gonna touch on this a little bit.
Just want to remind them for people who just joined the chat, because I feel like people are coming and going.
Yes.
And we talking about Faith Evans, Biggie Smalls, and then Left Eye and Andre.
Yes. So let's talk about Faith and Biggie. Like, that whole story right there. First of all, they met when they were really young, and they just got close really fast. I think they didn't even get a chance to really get to know each other, right? I just think they just, like, in it. Like, for me, I need time. I want to get to know you. Like, who are you? Who sent you? But for them, and again, they were young, so I get it. When you young, because I remember my first love. When we were young, it was kind of like,
that's what I think it is.
I get it, right? But, I mean, all of the stuff that, I seen Faith went through with him cheating and just crazy, disrespectful things. It was like, damn, you so young to be going through all this. And then on top of that, to, at the end have a baby with him, and he still had his little side chick, little kid. It just was a lot. But the love story is cute, but it was dysfunctional. It was just too much.
Absolutely, I agree. Like, I think it was too much, but I think it all has a lot to do with money. Like,
absolutely.
You coping, you dealing with this stuff because of money. He's getting, like, bitches because of money.
Right.
Like, it's all because of money.
Right.
And it was because they were young, but I don't know if it was because
they were very young.
Like,
no, they were young. I know, I've been there. They were young. You wasn't with nobody when you was young, and you met.
No, but I'm
trying dude 2 weeks later. Y'all living together, and
I just feel like that can. No, but why it has nothing to do with young, because I feel like that can happen to me now, and I'm not.
Okay,
not
I see
young.
what you're saying.
I'm saying
absolutely.
Like I feel like it has nothing to do with being young. Okay. Like, do not play with me.
Look,
I'm trying to tell, like, I felt Faith Evans. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to be beating bitches down.
She loved that dude.
That's what I'm saying, love. And that's what the show was called.
That's being young, though. That's being young. We not doing that now. Like, when I was younger, I might want to go fight a nigga for my dude, but
I'm not
like
fighting
now,
nobody,
no, I'm good.
but I think I would. That's why I have to, like, tread lightly.
You think you would do it now?
I'm not beating bitches up. No, I'm not that type of person. But I feel like I could, like, I'm not going to get to the extent of Faith Evans where I'm going to appear at the hotel and I'm just going to storm in and I'm beating bitches up. But
we have it in us.
I have it in me to... I'm knocking on your door and I'm approaching. I'm going to find out.